Short, but I think it's an incredibly moving story, and it's lasted over the years. I mean, it was written in 1939, and I think that Thurber created this iconic character that everybody can relate to. The idea of somebody who has this potential inside of them, has all these sort of dreams and an incredible imagination in their head that they can't express in real life. And I felt very connected to that idea, and even though the story doesn't really take, the short story doesn't really take the story out into the world, it's just sort of a little slice of life, I think he created a tone there that had this melancholy and this sort of nobility about this character. The idea that the regular guy, you know, anywhere in life has all this potential inside of him that we don't see. So that was enough for me to want to make a movie about that, because I felt it was a very real feeling that a lot of people have. Conrad's idea, who wrote the screenplay, and I thought when I read it that it made the movie, for me, very relevant and put it in context today, very relatable. You know, I think both the idea of print journalism and analog media sort of going away and becoming digital, both in magazines and also in film. And also the idea of downsizing in our economy and what people are having to experience in the world with their jobs, people who really care about what they do and the work they do sort of being set off to the side and not being appreciated. And I think that fed into the themes of the story too, but it really gave it a relevance today. And for me, it was important to shoot the movie on film, because I feel that's the medium of film I love. I think it's sad that film is going away, and it's a movie about a guy who's trying to find a negative, so I thought that was important to shoot the movie on film, and to celebrate the idea of real things, you know, real magazines. You know, when we researched the movie, we went to the Life archives, and we got to see the real life magazines and the old ones. And you know, when you're holding an old magazine, you're holding a piece of history. You're holding something that's actually there at that time, that was of the moment. And for me, it's really unfortunate that now all the great things that come out of you know, what we have in this digital world in terms of accessibility and categorization and really being able to, you know, have access to so much more. That's a great thing, but the sad thing is that the real stuff is going away, and the real pictures and the real words and the real actual experience is now, you know, doesn't exist anymore. So I wanted to make that part of the movie. I thought it was Steve's idea. It was a really brilliant idea to give the movie context, and I'm glad that we were able to explore that. It's hard because you wish you could be two places at once and you just can't. But I think you know, that the challenge is really, I think, for yourself when you know that you have got it good enough that you can move on and go to the next scene. And that's really an internal question that sometimes you don't have the answer to, and you can rely on other people on the set, but if you're asking too many questions of other people, then people wonder who's in charge. That comes along with the process, and I found that every time I do it, I learn more about it, but I make mistakes. Sometimes it's not the same mistake.